Yes, people, hope everyone is doing well. The Vinted video today, the last one did really well, and you guys said you absolutely loved it in the comments. I'm going to make sure I'm pumping out a lot more Vinted content compared to just the outlet clearance store videos, because I know people were getting bored of them. Obviously, I'm still going to do them. There is going to be a balance between different categories, but for now, I am on the Vinted content grind. Obviously, I'm not in the unit right now. I am currently sat at home. On the home office, you can see. To be fair, I've got a pretty decent PC down here. I do just find it a lot easier to work from it. I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit weird. I actually bought it for Call of Duty and gaming and stuff about a year ago, and I never ended up gaming on it, and now I just work from it. But to be fair, having a better computer obviously makes my life a lot easier with editing, uploading and that. So in the last video, I did say right at the end, I don't know if everyone watched that far, that I do need some ideas for a brand new Vinted series. Unfortunately, there wasn't any comments giving me an idea of what I should start for a Vinted series. So I thought I'd just sort of make this like a day in the life. I'd sort of just talk to the camera a little bit. I'm going to go down the unit soon as well. I'm just waiting for 40 because he's a bit busy right now. So I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I mean, at the minute, I'm just sort of picking the camera up, but people seem to like it, so it's not too much of an issue. So obviously, like I said, right now I'm just sat at home because I'm just putting some stuff into my reselling server. There's actually a massive drop tomorrow that I don't think a lot of other resellers know about. I might as well show this in the video because by the time I've uploaded this, the drop would have happened anyway, but there's some serious money to be made on it. Let me show you. So I've put in the drop alerts channel in the server that there's this watch coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow, that will be the 8th of September 2025. So obviously today's the 7th. This is a watch that has dropped before. Well, one dropped a couple of weeks ago that was the exact same. It's just a different name. It's the Mission to Earthface Moonshine Gold. So the mega watch, as you can see, I've put in loads of details about it here. The retail on this watch is going to be £335. So that may seem like a really big investment. This isn't something that we're going to be stuck on for a couple of months. We're going to be selling this within a day. Wait till you see how much it's selling for online. So I've put the resale value is estimated to be £750 plus. If I click here, I've actually put in a link taking you to the eBay sold listings for it. So you can see we've got 850, we've got 920, 912, 970. Basically, we're pushing £1,000. These models here that are going for cheaper, you can see that's not even the same watch, so that's not too much of a problem. But yeah, man, like you're going to be making at least £500 to £600. And obviously, because these are selling for nearly £1,000, if you even list this up for 800, it's going to sell pretty much instantly, which is absolutely crazy considering this is going to be £335 retail. In 40 are going to be going tomorrow. To be fair, I might actually film it. I haven't got any meta glasses yet, so it's going to be a bit tough filming in store and stuff. But yeah, I definitely do need to get some of them meta glasses. They are brilliant. I don't know the quantity of what you can check out. I'm going to guess it's maximum 1 or 2. I don't think you'll be able to get any more. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take my girlfriend down, who's also going to come with us, because you can only buy these watches in store. For us, we've got to travel 2 hours to go to Birmingham, but obviously we always go there to go to the Nike store anyway. So we've got Birmingham, Bullring, Cardiff, London, Edinburgh, Manchester. There is more as well, but you just have to search for it. Yeah, you can see there, September the 8th. That's the watch. Don't actually think there's going to be a lot of other resellers on this, you know. It is quite niche that I was able to find it. I just saw it on eBay and then I realized that there was actually another drop for this watch tomorrow. I've been letting everyone know of this since Thursday. I'm very surprised that I found out about it, to be honest. But I don't think there's going to be too much competition, man. So it's going to be some very easy profit there. Obviously, if you do want to get alerted about all of these drops and you want to get access to them, the link is at the top of the description for Resell Locker. There'll be a snippet in the video at some point explaining exactly what it does include. So I'm not going to bang on about that too much right now. Obviously, this video is going to be almost like a day in the life of a Vinted reseller, like a behind the scenes sort of thing of what I'm getting up to. This is something I do every single morning. I'm checking out the drops to see if there's anything I can alert the members of, whether it be Pokemon, watches, Supreme drops, Nike drops. Yeah, it's basically like a daily routine for me just to make sure I'm letting everyone know. Okay, I'm not going to keep banging on anymore. I thought I'd just include this basically as like a little intro. I'm going to pick up the camera again when I'm down the unit. It should be in the next hour, hopefully, because I'm going to a meal tonight, so I am on pretty short time to get this video filmed. But I know I've probably got about 10 to 15 parcels to open that are down the unit, so I'll rip them open. 40 will be down there with me as well, so I don't know what we'll get up to. Anyway, I'll see you at the unit. All right, everyone, in the unit, finally. It's been probably about 2-3 hours since I filmed that intro. I need to do some cleaning in here. Once again, it has got not really messy. I'll show you. We played tennis last night, so there's some tennis equipment on the floor there. Some Vinted parcels, which I'm going to rip open. These ones are ones I actually haven't opened since I filmed the last video, because I've not really been in here. Been really busy the last few days. So this is basically untouched since the last video when I was in here. I have a lot of parcels that I need to pick up from the post office and the in-post locker. But I'm going to have to do that later tonight. 40, obviously everyone's going to know him from watching my videos. He's in basically all of them now. He's going back to university tomorrow. And he just left today. And I always do 40 a favour. So rather than having him keeping all of his stuff at home like I used to, I know it's a pain in the arse, sort of give him a little bit of space in the unit so he can put all of his stuff here. But yeah, I'm going for a meal tonight. I'm going for a curry. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be going down to Birmingham, go to that watch March drop, I'm definitely going to be going, man. It's too much money for me to not go. I know a lot of the lads that are in Resell Locker as well, my server, they're going to be going down as well. Not just the one in Birmingham, but around the UK. So I look really forward to seeing in the chats tomorrow in the server who's actually going to manage to pick one up. I think your chances of success are going to be really, really high if you do go down. Reorganise the shelving units a little bit. I'm actually in the process of moving house at the minute. My mum was going through the loft the other day and she found all these Pokemon tins from when I was a kid. So I need to go through them, see if there's any value in them tins. I'm guessing there's going to be some bangers because I used to collect them literally when I was an infant. Some of these will probably be early 2000s. Obviously, I'm 21 years old, to anyone that was wondering. 22 in October. I'm feeling pretty old. I don't look very old though. People always say I've got a bit of a baby face. Right, let me crack on and then I'll probably rip the rest of these parcels open. To be fair, it's probably not going to be the most interesting thing in the world. I'll be so real. Going to be a lot of Centre Swoosh hoodies. I suppose they are selling well at the minute, so I might as well show you what is selling. Okay, so something really annoying has just happened. I didn't realise that the camera wasn't filming. The SD card actually filled up. I forgot to empty it after the last video. So I just opened about 5-6 pairs of shoes and the camera wasn't even filming. I suppose I'll just show you what was in the parcels now. First up, we've got some reverse neon Air Max 95s. This is quite a rare colorway, especially when they're in this good condition as well. The bubbles are all intact, as you can see. These do hold a really high resale value. I mean, even just from looking at them, they are beautiful. Such a nice trainer. I'll probably be able to push about 60 quid on these. Like I say, this colorway does slap even harder than the normal ones. Another pair of 95s. These ones are the hyper turquoise ones. Just a little bit of dirt on the side there, as you can see. But like I say, these ones are going to be selling for also quite high at around the £60 mark. I do need to clean them up though. Did get some new brushes come in today, so I'm excited to give them a go and just see how well it cleans them up. But if not, I'll just use the drill like I always have. One of my favorite shoes to sell, the Nike Air Max 90 Terrascape. These used to sell for over £50 on Vinted, but there's been a bit of a drop off with the price, and now these you're only pushing around £38 to £42, I'd say, in a big size. But still a really, really great seller, and they're so easy to pick up as well. I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what they're looking at when they see these, because you wouldn't actually just assume that this is an Air Max 90, because the Terrascape version, you can see it does just look a little bit different. Next up, we've got some Nike Air VaporMax Flyknit 3.0s. These are probably the best color to pick them up in if you're a reseller. This is the Oreo colorway, the black, white and grey. These used to retail for like 180 to £200. Obviously, they're a little bit less now. These are still resale, and I sell these pretty much instantly at £40. So make sure you're looking out for them if you are on Vinted. Got a pair of React Visions here as well. These ones, I remember I only paid about £5 for them, and they are in such nice condition, as you can see. It looks like the seller's already cleaned them up a little bit. Maybe I can do a little bit more to the sole. Size UK 9 as well. These retail at like 130 to 140 quid, so the fact that I got these for around a fiver is crazy. I'll probably list them up today before I go home to edit this video. I can guarantee you that they've sold by the time I do that. Usually list up Reacts for 32 to £35. They're really quick sellers for me. So if I'm buying these, like I say, for a fiver, that's going to be a nice 25 to £30 worth of profit there. Okay everyone, just jump into this video quickly to tell all of you about Resell Locker, which is a reselling community and server that gives you all of the tools and information that you need to start your reselling journey. And more importantly, it's been created by me as well. You get full and immediate access to Europe's fastest Vinted monitor, which is pinging items 24/7, and it has an automated feature so it can pick up stuff for you when you're on the move. And the Vinted monitor isn't just available to people that live in the UK. It's scanning and monitoring over 20 different countries spread across Europe. You get access to a number of different price guides, including shoes, clothing, electronics, you name it, we've got a price guide for it, which shows you exactly what you want to aim to be buying your items for and what you want to be selling them for as well. And they're being updated constantly as the latest trends and seasons come around. There's also a complete Nike outlet reselling guide, which contains thousands of words. It's all in one document, and there's tons of photos to make it even more user-friendly. We also let you know in advance the best retail flips. We have a full guide for legit check-in, as well as a full team of people who are experienced resellers, can tell you straight away whether your item is counterfeit or fake. We will also inform you on all of the best Pokemon drops that are coming out on Pokemon Center, Smith's Toy Superstores, and we can even set up monitors for them as well, so you can purchase them immediately as soon as they come out. I've also created a large number of video lessons that you can watch as soon as you join. Do weekly group calls where everyone can join and share their ideas and show us your progress. I have the ability to book a one-on-one call with me as as well through the server. If you use this discount code that's on the screen right now, it's going to make your first month just £14.99. And in mind, majority of the flips that you do make these days, you are getting a minimum profit of £25 to £30. That means all you have to do is make one flip in that month you're in the server and you've doubled your investment already. And of course, if you realize at any point that this side hustle is not for you, you can cancel at any time. If you are interested in joining Resell Locker and starting your reselling journey today, make sure you click the link right at the top of the description. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Also open these, a pair of Air Max 90s, triple white colorway, a little bit of yellow in on the sole there. It's not going to take away too much of the value. These are a really high retail as well, and especially in this colorway, when you can see the side there, these are in very nice condition, as you can see. So yeah, I'm not going to struggle to sell these at around the £45 mark. That's all of the trainers that I just opened while the camera wasn't filming. I'll see what else I've got. Like I say, I've not been to the post office in the last 2 days. There's a joke amount of parcels down there waiting for me. I'm so busy. I'm going to have to go get them today. But like I say, I've still got all of these to open in here. You're probably looking at a good 10 to 12. Let me just get the scissors and the Asda tool. The perfect combo when it comes to opening Vinted parcels, because sometimes, to anyone that does open a lot of them, some people do take the absolute mick. They'll get a box or a parcel bag and just wrap it up in tape. It's almost like they do it to annoy you on purpose, but I suppose opening a parcel really is not that hard work compared to what some people do in their day-to-day jobs. Like I said, there is going to be quite a lot of Centre Swoosh hoodies getting opened, and already on the first parcel we've got a really nice black one here. Very nice condition. I'd be tempted to keep this for myself. It is my size. I think these are one of the nicest hoodies that Nike have released. They're just so plain. They're quite a cheap retail as well, and obviously the Centre Swoosh is just such a nice detailing on it. So Centre Swoosh hoodies, I bang on about them all the time. For me, I can sell them for £18 to £20. They sell within 24 hours. The amount of times I've listed these and now have like 200 favourites in a day. I'm going to give you guys a tip right now. I can't remember if I said this in the last video, so sorry to any of you that have heard this before. A lot of people don't realise that Nike is actually a unisex brand in the shoes and the clothing. So if a hoodie is listed on Vinted as a women's medium/10 or a small/8, you can actually get that hoodie and then list it straight up as a men's. Now, of course, because women's clothes are worth less than men's, that means you can actually buy them for cheaper on Vinted, but just like I say, because there's less value. But then that's when the trick comes into play, because you buy it for cheap as women's, but then abuse that and then list it for more as men's. So this one here, I would have bought it as a women's medium. If we take a look at the tag here, it just says size medium on there. There is nothing identifying that this is a women's item of clothing. And because Nike sizing is unisex, this is going to fit a man and a woman the exact same. Just a little tip for you there, guys. I probably shouldn't have said that, because now I'm not going to be able to buy any of these in the future. But make sure that you are looking out for these Centre Swoosh hoodies. I'd say the best sizes to grab them in is small, medium, large, and extra large. I probably wouldn't go double XL or extra small. I'd say the best colorways are just the neutral colors. So you got black, grey, brown, like your dark greens are good, your beige. I've got quite a few on a rail here. I've got more on that one over there in the top left, you can see. These are the sort of colorways that I do buy. Like you got a nice plain beige there, brown, black, grey. There's a bit of a theme. But I told everyone in my server about that about 2 weeks ago now, and they've been absolutely sweeping up on them. So I might as well just give it to the fans on the YouTube as well. We'll get the bin out as well. I need to empty this. All I ever do is just empty that bin in this unit. Should see it after a whatnot stream. I'll put some clips on the screen now quickly. Mate, every single weekend, me and 40 are wrapping up about 300 parcels and then taking them all down to the post office. Unfortunately, on the last trip, mate, he said, please don't come back. So we've actually been banned and locked off from the local post office. You can see just by them clips on the screen how much we are getting through, and a lot of the time, that's just from 2 days worth of sales. Right now, there's nothing in the unit that's waiting to go out, because what we do is we wrap everything at once and then just ship it on the same day. Imagine getting banned from a post office because you're sending too many parcels. That's how you know you've made it as a reseller. But I'm just going to keep firing through these. Another Centre Swoosh in black. I don't want to waste anyone's time watching the video. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more parcels in there. Every single one, you can see they're soft. They're all going to be Centre Swoosh hoodies. And I've already got this rail that's filled up with them anyway. So I need to get all of these photoed now. I thought I'd just jump in this video quickly to tell you a method on how I'm selling all of these things that I'm picking up so quickly. And that's because I'm cross-listing onto other selling platforms like eBay, Depop, rather than just listing them onto Vinted. And doing that manually can be quite tedious and time-consuming. I'm all about saving time, and that's why I use a tool called Sellerator. And since I started using Sellerator, I've made a ton of money. Sellerator is a really user-friendly tool that can cross-list all of your items from one selling platform onto another in just a few clicks, which is going to save you a lot of time and effort. And it also has a relister tool as well. So when your Vinted listings are drying up and getting a little bit stale and failing to get a lot of interaction, you can go onto Accelerator, select your listings, and it will delete them and re-upload them automatically with the exact same photos, titles, and description, which basically means you're going to have a fresh listing that's been put onto Vinted for all of the people to see it for the first time again, which is going to increase your sales massively. If you do want to use Accelerator just like I do, make sure you do click on the link in the description. If you use that link, you're going to be getting a 2-week free trial and around £8 off your first month. Let's have a look at something quickly. I just remembered as well that the giveaway in my server ends in less than 2 hours, so I need to make sure I'm at home for that because I need to do the draw. I'll probably just put everyone's names that's entered into a spin wheel. It's completely free. I like doing giveaways. I think it's a good way to keep everyone's motivation up. For me, work ethic has always been really important. I've always admired people that do have a really, really high work ethic and are always just looking for new ideas on how they can branch into different parts of their business or just how they can make more money themselves. So when I do see people like that in the server, it is probably the best feeling in the world. And the beauty in reselling is that in my server, there's actually people reselling stuff that I would never ever dip into. There's a guy at the minute that's making so much money from reselling golf and hockey equipment. But because that market is so tight, there's not a lot of resellers in it and he has great knowledge. He's actually already generating a couple grand and he's only been reselling for about a month and a half. So give that guy a little bit of time and I don't even know where he's going to be if he sticks with it. Especially then, once he masters all of that, then he can dip into Nike, Adidas. Because that's what I always say, man. You always start with a niche that you're confident in. Once you've mastered it, you start going on to other things. And before you know it, you've got 10 different categories that you know inside and out. And when you get to that point, the sky is the absolute limit. I just want to shout out some people as well that have been leaving these really nice reviews on the server page. Currently, we're sat at a 5-star rating. And some people have been so nice, man. Like Jack Dillon there, best server I've been in, great community. Daniel, great server, very detailed outlook guide and price guides. Round of applause to all the members, staff, and Stim for creating a great community and Vinted monitor. Yeah, man, like you can just see all of these reviews here. And honestly, to anyone that's watching this right now that has left a good review on here, I am genuinely so grateful because it does mean a lot to me, man. This is something that I've built myself. So to see the feedback, I can imagine it is such a good feeling. But I think what I'm going to do is now, I am quite strict on time, so I don't know what to do. Okay, right. I need to buy some stuff for today anyway. I've not got a lot of stock in right now. So I'm just going to sit on the Vinted monitor for a bit now. Obviously, to anyone that doesn't know, this is a tool that's in my server, which is linked at the top of the description. Basically pings automatically every single item that's being listed from a certain category that you've put onto Vinted into a server. So you can see this one here was only listed onto Vinted 17 seconds ago and it's already come up. They do come up the second that they are listed. I think my hotspot has just gone on the laptop. I really need to get Wi-Fi in here, like really bad. Okay, the internet's back now. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's loads of different filters. I'm also scanning and monitoring every single European country that basically has good margins in it. If you can see your flag here, we are scanning your country on the Vinted monitor. Obviously, we've got UK, Ireland, Denmark down there as well. Yeah, like you can see all of the different filters that we've got here. So we've got like Pop Mart, Ralph Lauren, accessories even like hats, Von Dutch, fragrance, Jellycats, watches, Lego, Nike shoes. We've got George, track pants, literally everything, guys. The reason why this is going to really benefit you if you are planning on starting off this side hustle. Let me just show you something quickly. So look, I'm refreshing on here, look. On the standard app on the right, this is the same filter, by the way. Nothing's coming up. And look how much is coming up on the monitor on the left-hand side. That's how delayed the standard Vinted app is compared to this monitor. And on top of that, look how long it takes you to purchase an item. So you've got to see it, then click on it, and press that buy now button in the bottom right. Then you've got to scroll down. It won't always select the shipping point either. Obviously, I'm not clicking on buy now because I don't want to leak my address and phone number. But once you click on that, you've got to scroll down, select the shipping point, and then press purchase again. And then it takes ages to load. When on the monitor, all I've got to do is press this little button here that says buy now, and the code will automatically purchase the item for me. We have recoded this so many times to make sure that it's completely safe for your Vinted account. And once you press that button there, the code will automatically buy the item for you on Vinted with no delays. So if you add the amount of time you're saving there with that buy now button to how much quicker you are seeing items on the monitor compared to the app, which I also showed you, you can really see why these are just taking over the game, man. And that is exactly why you need to be using a Vinted monitor to make sure that you are getting the most out of this side hustle as you can. Because in my opinion, I said this in the last video, nothing is more valuable than your time. So the less time that you are spending on particular tasks means the more time you've got putting it into others. So for example, when I used to sit on the Vinted app, I used to maybe sit there for 3 hours to 4 hours a day, and I'd sometimes only get 10 to 15 items. Whereas now I can sit on the monitor for 20 to 45 minutes and I can actually pick up 20 to 30. There's been days when I've actually picked up over 50 items in a couple of hours, and my projected profit was absolutely crazy off of that. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself for some massive sales pitch. The beauty in all of this is that Vinted is just an app that you can download on your phone. If you're watching this video, that means you're watching it on a device that is most likely going to have the App Store or the access to the Vinted website, which means that you can start this side hustle today. And if you're watching this far, something tells me that you are interested in doing that. So don't keep waiting, whether you're 15 years old, whether you're 60 years old. I promise you there is something in reselling that you can make money on. But what I'm going to do is quickly, I'm just going to try and pick up an item on the monitor just while I'm filming. Unfortunately, my hotspot isn't very good in here today. I may just have to go on my phone like this and use the monitor, because obviously you can use it on any device that you want, whether it be a laptop, computer, iPad, phone, it's up to you. So I may have to use it on there just because the data is a little bit better. I'm currently waiting for Wi-Fi. I've tried 3 different companies now trying to get me one of them fiber boxes on like a 12-month plan. Every single one just doesn't get back to me. Like the weekend hits and I never hear anything back. And I'm not going to walk into a store trying to get a Wi-Fi box because I can't really be bothered. Right, the camera's been an absolute nightmare today. It did just die, and I've been sorting out some other stuff in the unit and I had to make some calls, but I did leave it on this screen here just so I could show you guys when I was back. I managed to pick up some of these Vaporfly 3s. These are actually one of Nike's highest retailing pairs of running shoes. The Vaporfly 3s are one of the newest models. This is what I mean with people that have no idea about what they're talking about. They've just listed it up as running shoes. So obviously I've jumped on that opportunity and I've pressed the fast buy button at the time. Of course, I was able to get them. You can see they're sold there. They were a size UK 7 as well. Let me show you on my phone quickly. I actually sold a pair of these not too long ago at all on my account. You can see for £65 in a UK 6. Exact same colorway as well, which is amazing. So I'm going to make about 40 to 50 quid on these here, which I can't complain about at all. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because I was literally filming the screen when I pressed the buy now button. Didn't realize that the camera was on 1%. So halfway through me talking, it died. I know right now exactly what a lot of you guys are going to be thinking. You're probably going to be thinking, well, this guy knows that they're a pair of Vaporfly 3s, even though they've been listed as running shoes. But we're not going to know that. Anyone that is thinking that, and I know there is going to be a lot of you, don't worry, because I've got something for you. I've got it covered. So in the server, of course, you do get full access to this as soon as you join. You can see there's a number of different price guides. We've got shoes, clothing, and electronics. Unfortunately, I can't show the link to the actual price guide in the video. So you can see here, this is exactly what the price guide's like. So I've got here Air Max 95s in a small size. You want to buy them for 8 to 14, sell for 22 to 28. In a big size, 7 to 11, you want to buy for 20 to 25, sell for 45 to 60. I'm sorry, I can't show you it all, but in these price guides, there is hundreds and hundreds of different items spread across different categories, brands, niches. I'm constantly updating these as well, man. So if a price is changing, like the resale value, I'll make sure that I'm updating that. And I'm always adding the latest trends to it as well. Funnily enough, on here, I do actually have the Vaporfly 3s listed. I'm going to be showing you the Alpha Flies and stuff here as well, which is stupid, but why not? So you can see smaller sizes, buy for 25 to 30, sell for 45 to 60. I actually have one in the bigger sizes, so we're going to be selling them for 80 to 90 pounds. If you're new to reselling and you don't know what to buy for and what to sell for, that there is basically going to tell you exactly what you need to do. The beauty in doing it all on Vinted as well is that if you buy something, it turns out to not be profitable, you can cancel the order at any time and get a full and immediate refund. But I'm going to stop talking about all of that now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to wrap the video up here, guys. There's really nothing else for me to do. There's going to be some banger videos coming out. I'm probably going to film the whole trip to Birmingham tomorrow to go and get that watch so I can flip it online. Probably going to take my girlfriend as well, just because it means I can check out even more. But yeah, there's nothing else for me to really say. If you did like this video in particular, make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe if you do want to see my face again. And remember, if you are planning on joining Resell Locker, use this code that's on the screen right now, making it less than £15. And if you think about it, I'm about to make 40 to 50 quid on a pair of running shoes there. So that means off one pair of shoes, I would have basically 5x my investment of joining the server. So it's a bit of a no-brainer. Please comment down below ideas for a Vinted series. I'm dying for help. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.